Imagine you're dining with friends, and someone pours 2 glasses of wine. One is labeled a $5 bottle, the other a $500 vintage. You sip both, marveling at the richness of the expensive option. But here's the twist, both glasses contain the same wine. How could you have been so deceived? Reality, as neuroscientist Anil Seth suggests, is controlled hallucination. What you experienced was the extraordinary power of suggestion. Suggestion isn't just about wine preferences. It's a force that shapes our perceptions, decisions, and even memories. From the way a placebo can heal to how a clever marketing campaign can make you crave what you never needed, our minds are astonishingly suggestible. As Carl Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Recognizing the subtle yet profound ways suggestion works gives us the tools to understand and reshape our experiences. In this exploration of the power of suggestion, we'll uncover its role in history, psychology, and everyday life. From the Salem witch trials, where mass hysteria was fueled by collective suggestion, to modern political campaigns designed to influence the masses, suggestion has been a pivotal force in shaping societies. It's not just a quirk of human psychology, it's a fundamental survival tool that helped our ancestors form groups and make quick decisions in uncertain environments. We'll also delve into its potential for good. Suggestion has transformed mental health treatments, offering innovative ways to combat anxiety, depression, and phobias. Techniques like hypnotherapy leverage the brain's openness to suggestion, enabling people to reframe negative patterns and embrace healing. Just as suggestion can mislead, it can also empower when used consciously and ethically. Finally, we'll explore how you can harness this unseen force to enrich your life. Whether by shaping your self-perception, influencing others positively, or fostering resilience, suggestion is a tool you can wield for growth. It's not magic, it's science. And understanding it might just unlock new possibilities in how you navigate the world. Are you ready to uncover how this silent architect of your reality works? Let's dive in and learn how to protect ourselves, harness its benefits, and create a reality that aligns with our aspirations. As the saying goes, change your thoughts, and you change your world. Chapter 1. Suggestion and Suggestibility. To truly harness the power of suggestion in your life, it's essential to understand two interconnected concepts, suggestion and suggestibility. Though these terms are closely linked, their nuances set them apart in meaningful ways. Suggestion refers to communication aimed at shaping thoughts, evoking mental images, or subtly implying truths. It's the vehicle through which influence is conveyed. Suggestibility, on the other hand, measures how inclined someone is to accept and act on suggestions. It's not about gullibility or susceptibility to manipulation. Instead, high suggestibility can open doors to personal growth and self-awareness. By engaging with suggestions, we're prompted to assess our beliefs and consider new possibilities, deciding whether a shift in perspective or action is warranted. However, low suggestibility poses its own challenges. A person firmly anchored in their beliefs, such as someone skeptical of expert advice, may miss opportunities for growth and informed decision-making. Balancing openness to suggestions with a grounded sense of self is key. Even conflicting advice, while initially perplexing, can refine our thinking and lead to wiser choices. Suggestibility isn't static, it fluctuates throughout life. Times of transition, adolescence, new parenthood, or recovering from personal setbacks, often heighten openness to external input. These moments are rich in opportunities to adapt, learn, and grow through the perspectives and advice of others. Being open to suggestion isn't just a quirk of human behavior, it's an evolutionary trait that has served humanity well. Openness to influence helps us learn from our surroundings, connect with others, and navigate complex social and personal landscapes. When approached thoughtfully, this receptivity becomes a tool for building better decisions and relationships. As we dive deeper, you'll see that suggestibility is a trait that can be cultivated for your benefit. By striking the right balance between openness and skepticism, you can make better decisions, foster personal growth, and unlock your full potential. Chapter 2. Suggestibility is an adaptive characteristic shaped by evolution. Australia's vast and rugged landscapes have long posed challenges to navigation, especially for European settlers who attempted to chart its unyielding terrain, often with tragic outcomes. However, the Aboriginal peoples of Australia, who have lived in harmony with this land for tens of thousands of years, devised a profound and unique navigation system, the songlines. These songlines, deeply interwoven with their cultural identity, reflect an ingenious blend of storytelling, spirituality, and survival. Songlines serve as oral maps, encoding the Australian landscape through melodious narratives. These songs recount the journeys of ancestral beings who, according to Aboriginal belief, created the land's features. Through rhythm and verse, the song lines encapsulate critical knowledge about landmarks, water sources, vegetation, and survival techniques. Passed down across generations, they have guided Indigenous Australians through the continent's sprawling and diverse regions while simultaneously preserving their rich cultural heritage. What makes songlines so effective? Their power lies partly in the human capacity for suggestibility. By embedding these navigation cues within compelling mythologies, Aboriginal cultures ensured that listeners could vividly visualize and emotionally connect with the ancestral tales. This deep engagement not only aided memory retention but also reinforced the communal bonds that were integral to preserving this knowledge system. The concept of suggestibility offers an evolutionary lens through which to understand the success of such systems. Humanity's social nature has always hinged on efficient communication and cooperation. Early humans, reliant on shared knowledge for survival, benefited immensely from suggestibility, as it allowed individuals to internalize collective wisdom, whether to identify hazards or adopt effective survival strategies, without personal trial and error. Beyond navigation and survival, suggestibility has shaped cultural practices that unify communities. Rituals and shamanic traditions often leverage suggestibility to instill belief in healing powers or supernatural visions, generating psychological and communal benefits. Similarly, contemplative practices like meditation and chanting tap into suggestibility to facilitate altered states of awareness, fostering spiritual insights and reinforcing social cohesion. In the Aboriginal songlines, we see a profound intersection of suggestibility, storytelling, and survival. These oral maps are not just navigation tools but living testaments to the adaptability and ingenuity of human culture. They remind us of the profound ways in which suggestibility has underpinned not only our ability to survive but also to connect, create, and thrive as a species. Chapter 3. Empower your health through suggestion. At Stanford University, researchers conducted a fascinating experiment to test the power of suggestion on physical sensations of hunger. Participants were given two seemingly identical vanilla milkshakes. One was labeled as a decadent, 600-calorie treat, while the other was touted as a 140-calorie, healthy alternative developed with cutting-edge food technology. The participants were asked to drink each shake until they felt full. Remarkably, most reported feeling satisfied much sooner with the high-calorie shake, while they consumed more of the supposedly low-calorie option. Here's the twist: the labels were completely fake. Both milkshakes were identical in ingredients and calorie count. Despite this, the participants' perception of the shakes, influenced by the labels, led them to believe one was more filling. This simple act of suggestion altered their subjective experience of fullness, highlighting the profound influence of belief on perception. But it gets even more intriguing. The participants' physiological responses were also affected. Levels of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, were measured in both scenarios. Ghrelin typically rises when we're hungry and decreases as we feel full. Participants who believed they consumed the indulgent shake experienced a notable drop in ghrelin levels, indicating they were biologically fuller. This shows that the power of suggestion didn't just change how they thought they felt, it genuinely influenced their body's hunger regulation. This phenomenon underscores a broader truth about the interplay between the mind and body. Suggestibility, particularly through belief and expectation, has been shown to affect numerous physiological processes. The placebo effect is a well-documented example, where patients receiving inert treatments often report real symptom relief. In some cases, placebos can trigger the release of endorphins or dopamine, leading to measurable improvements in conditions such as pain, depression, and even Parkinson's disease. The link between mindset and health extends to cardiovascular well-being as well. Research has found that individuals with positive beliefs about their health often display better cardiovascular markers, such as lower blood pressure and improved heart rate variability. This could be attributed to reduced cortisol levels, the stress hormone, which, when chronically elevated, contributes to inflammation and hypertension. Training the mind to adopt optimistic beliefs, whether through therapy or suggestion, has been shown to enhance heart health and overall resilience. Ultimately, the Stanford study and similar research reveal how deeply our thoughts and beliefs are tied to our physical reality. Harnessing suggestibility wisely can open doors to improved health and well-being. By aligning our mindset with positive expectations and leveraging the mind-body connection, we can tap into a powerful mechanism for healing and growth. Chapter 4. Suggestion has the power to reshape your memories. Dr. Elizabeth Loftus, a leading authority on memory and suggestion, has a deeply personal tie to her research. At just 14 years old, she experienced a devastating loss. Her mother drowned in a tragic accident. Initially, Elizabeth had no clear memory of the event. However, when a relative later reminded her that she had been the one to discover her mother's body, Elizabeth began to recall the incident vividly, even remembering firemen at the scene giving her oxygen. Years later, the relative apologized, admitting they had been mistaken. Elizabeth had not found her mother's body. This revelation highlighted a striking phenomenon: her memory of the event, vivid and detailed, was entirely fabricated. This is an example of a false memory, where an individual recalls events that either never happened or occurred differently from their recollection. False memories often arise through the power of suggestion, where external influences shape how events are remembered. In her groundbreaking studies, Dr. Loftus demonstrated how subtle wording differences could alter memories. For example, participants who watched videos of car accidents and were asked if vehicles smashed into each other reported higher speeds and more severe damage than those asked if cars merely hit each other. These subtle linguistic shifts were enough to reshape their perception of the event. The implications of false memories are particularly profound in the legal arena. Eyewitness testimony, often critical in criminal cases, can be easily influenced by suggestive questioning. For instance, repeated exposure to leading questions or suggestions from investigators may embed inaccuracies into a witness's memory. Over time, these false details can feel as real as true recollections. Recognizing this vulnerability, many legal systems now emphasize careful and neutral questioning techniques to minimize memory distortion and protect the integrity of testimony. Outside of courtrooms, memory manipulation finds a less regulated and often more strategic application in politics. One potent example is the use of push polls, a tactic aimed at subtly influencing public opinion under the guise of conducting surveys. These polls ask suggestive questions designed to plant seeds of doubt or association in voters' minds. For example, a question like, "Would you reconsider your vote if you knew candidate X was under investigation for corruption?" can create a false narrative. Even without any factual basis, repeated exposure to such implications may lead voters to believe in the association over time, altering their perceptions and decisions. The phenomenon of push polls highlights how suggestion exploits the malleability of human memory. By repeating and framing specific ideas, political campaigns can shape public perception without presenting concrete evidence. This tactic demonstrates the delicate interplay between memory, suggestion, and influence. Over time, voters might recall hearing about the alleged misconduct but forget its questionable origins, resulting in a lasting negative impression. These strategies underline the critical need for awareness and skepticism when confronted with information designed to manipulate memory and belief. Both Dr. Loftus's research and the strategic use of suggestive influence in fields like politics underscore the immense power of suggestion to shape not only individual memories but collective realities. By understanding these mechanisms, individuals can better guard against manipulation and approach claims, whether in legal cases or public discourse, with a more discerning perspective. Chapter 5. Suggestion spreads like wildfire. In the 1950s, psychologist Solomon Asch conducted a series of experiments that have become a cornerstone of social psychology, shedding light on the potent force of conformity. Known as the Asch studies, these experiments revealed that individuals often suppress their own judgments to align with group consensus. In one striking example, participants were asked to match the length of lines on cards. Unbeknownst to the test subjects, other participants were actors instructed to give blatantly incorrect answers. Astonishingly, about 75% of the genuine participants conformed to the wrong group answer at least once, highlighting how deeply the need for social acceptance can override personal reasoning. This powerful insight extends beyond individual behavior, illuminating how suggestion and expectation can ripple through entire groups. At its most dramatic, this phenomenon manifests as mass suggestion, where shared beliefs or behaviors emerge among groups without a clear physical cause. Such occurrences, known as mass psychogenic illness, have echoed through history, often with profound consequences. One haunting example of mass suggestion is the Salem witch trials of 1692. In this Puritan community, a group of girls exhibited unexplained fits and erratic behavior, which were attributed to witchcraft. The hysteria escalated rapidly, with accusations multiplying across the community. Ultimately, over 200 people were accused of witchcraft, and 20 were executed. What began as psychological stress intertwined with social tension spiraled into one of history's most infamous episodes of collective paranoia. More recently, in 2011, a similar phenomenon unfolded in Leroy, New York, when a group of high school cheerleaders began experiencing sudden tics and verbal outbursts. The behavior mystified medical experts, and as media coverage intensified, the symptoms spread to other students. Specialists concluded it was a case of mass psychogenic illness, triggered by stress and amplified by the close social dynamics of the school. This case highlighted how suggestion can influence not only thoughts but also physical manifestations in tightly knit groups. In the digital age, social media has amplified the reach and speed of mass suggestion. During the COVID-19 pandemic, platforms like TikTok saw a surge in adolescents exhibiting vocal and motor tics. Experts traced these outbreaks to videos of users sharing their own symptoms, demonstrating how online communities can act as virtual echo chambers for suggestion. Beyond health phenomena, social media's influence extends to viral trends, misinformation, and collective actions like protests or boycotts. Algorithms prioritize emotionally charged content, often reinforcing group beliefs and behaviors in ways both constructive and destructive. Yet, the power of mass suggestion isn't inherently negative. Public health campaigns, for example, have leveraged it to promote life-saving behaviors like vaccination, mask wearing, and hand-washing during disease outbreaks. By framing these actions as social norms, such initiatives effectively encourage widespread compliance, demonstrating how suggestion can be a tool for positive change. As we navigate an increasingly interconnected world, understanding and channeling this influence responsibly holds immense potential for shaping a better future. In summary, in The Suggestible Brain by Amir Raz, we uncover how suggestion, a subtle yet potent force, shapes our thoughts, actions, and even physical well-being. As social beings, suggestibility has played a pivotal role in human evolution, enabling us to learn from others, adapt to changing environments, and foster strong community bonds. This innate trait isn't just a quirk of the human mind, it's a powerful tool for navigating the complexities of modern life. Our journey began with an understanding of suggestibility's evolutionary roots. Early humans relied on it to pass down critical survival knowledge, from recognizing dangers to cultivating communal norms. By aligning with the collective wisdom of the group, individuals not only ensured their safety but also strengthened societal cohesion. This mechanism remains deeply embedded in our psyche, influencing how we perceive and respond to the world. The narrative then shifted to the fascinating science of suggestion's impact on health. From placebo effects to mindset-driven physical outcomes, our beliefs wield tangible power over our bodies. Positive suggestions can enhance healing, alleviate pain, and promote overall well-being, proving that the mind-body connection is not just theoretical but a profound reality. As Raz demonstrates, harnessing this power consciously can lead to remarkable improvements in health and quality of life. In a world inundated with information, the dual-edged nature of suggestion becomes apparent. It's a tool for spreading truth and fostering growth, yet also a weapon for disseminating misinformation and manipulation. Whether in politics, advertising, or media, understanding how suggestion works is key to safeguarding ourselves from undue influence. Knowledge empowers us to distinguish fact from fabrication and to use suggestibility constructively rather than destructively. Raz also explores the potential of suggestion in shaping social change. Campaigns that tap into collective suggestibility, like public health drives, can influence behaviors on a massive scale. By framing actions as normative and desirable, these efforts transform personal choices into widespread movements, showcasing suggestion's ability to catalyze positive societal impact. The book concludes by urging us to wield the power of suggestion responsibly. The mind is everything. What you think, you become, said Buddha, encapsulating the essence of this profound force. As individuals and as a society, we hold the key to using suggestion to create a more informed, healthier, and harmonious world. If you found these insights valuable, do one small act of reciprocity: hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and share this with your friends and loved ones to boost their knowledge too. Let's grow together. Sadly, about 90% of viewers haven't subscribed yet, so I need your support to keep bringing meaningful content. Remember, every click counts. Knowledge is power, as Francis Bacon once said, so let's empower each other. See you in the next review.